Everybody, this is Adam Bomb with Adam Bomb Breaks, and it is Stadium Club release day. So we're going to do our odds and review of the set and let you know which is kind of the best format that you might want to go after depending on what you're doing. Let's go! All right, Top Stadium Club, always a favorite. We're going to look at the format this year. What are the different offerings? We're also going to look at how much did they produce, how rare are the base cards. Here you see a Pete red. And this year it seems like the red is the entire card and not just the foil, which is interesting because in years past it was just the little top, the little, and all the stuff that's kind of gold or like the Pete would be red. So this is interesting. I kind of think I like it a little better. It makes it much more visible and in your face. So what are the hit odds per format, auto odds, cost per hit, and then we're going to do a little comparison, not to 2022, just to 2023. That's the mistake there. So what are the formats? There's your hobby box. It's kind of the same as it's been. 16 packs, 8 cards per pack, 16 boxes per case, and you're guaranteed 2 autos. Compact, which was new last year, is basically half a box, if you think of it that way. You're getting 8 packs, 8 cards per pack, 16 box cases, and only 1 auto. The odds on these guys are very, very similar. Minus you only get 8 packs versus 16. Blasters, these are 8 packs as normal, 5 cards per pack, 40 box cases, and you're going to get 4 chrome base cards and 2 inserts per box. And then new this year, I think they've had them in the past. I do remember them in the past, but I don't believe they had them last year. Is the fat pack. It's going to be, of course, just the 1 pack, 15 cards in that pack, 108 box or 108 pack case. Exclusive pink parallels this time. I'm kind of interested, is the whole card going to be pink? If it is, with that hue, it's going to probably look pretty sweet. So let's look at the set itself, a 300 card base set. There's your judge, and this is the members only. You don't have 31 parallels, you have a lot less. Red foil, black foil, pink, sepia, green foil, that's 5. Gold foil, black and white, purple, blue, and rainbow, that's another 5. And it looks like you're going to have 14 total. The members only photographers proof, they are actually numbered to a certain number, and we'll discuss that later, but they don't disclose it on the front end. New this year is that green foil. That has not been there in the past. I think purple foil is new just because of compact from last year. So 6 base insert sets and 3 short prints. The base insert sets, here's 4 of them. The CF Pro, which is the chief fantasy professional up there at the top, the Paul Goldschmidt. Power Packed, which is a newer one. There's Ellie there. Special Forces, King Griffey Jr. and Virtuosos of Velocity. I think we had those last year too. So all of these have the same parallels: black, red, green, and rainbow. The red is actually, we're thinking to 75 based on the numbers, but it looks like it's actually not numbered. It's just, we know how many copies they made by back calculation. So here you have triumvirates and triumvirate nicknames. So triumvirates, you're going to get, there's 30 in that set, 1 in every 1.5 boxes. And the nicknames is 15 in that set, and you're getting 1 per 3 boxes. And theirs is a little different. The red is actually numbered greater according to the odds. We'll see if that actually holds up, or whether it was a mistake, or whether it was a mistake on the other insert base sets up top to see if Pro Power Pack. So sometimes you look at this and go, did they make a mistake? But we'll find out. It'll show very easily as the numbers are pulled out of stuff, as cards start flying out. These are the short prints, of course. Beam Team, you gotta have Beam Team. That's a case hit, 25 in the set, and that's a very nostalgic card to most of us. Especially, I was around when Stadium Club first came out, where they didn't have inserts, and this came later along after I had already stopped collecting due to being in high school and college and such like that. Going yard, this is a die cut. You're going to get 2 of these per case, 25 in that set. And then the Stadium Club Chrome in 3D, these are lenticulars. There's 10 in that set, 1 per almost 7 cases. Last year, I got really lucky. I didn't realize how lucky I was that I pulled a Gunnar Henderson lenticular, or SC in 3D. And of course, it was his rookie, so still holding on to that thing. Might grade it because it's a thicker card and it should grade well. Base autos. So there's 157 in the set. Seems like a lot. This is kind of how they normally are. There's a lot in Stadium Club Chrome, or Stadium Club itself, that you're not real excited about. This is a Chrome card over here of Adley to 50. It's the red foil. So actually I have 2 Stadium Club Chromes. That's cute. So there is your Juan Soto of the Stadium Club Chrome. There's 93 in that set. So Adley and Juan Soto are the Chrome versions. And here is the Bobby Witt on the design variation. Love these design variations, throwing back to the originals with the little Stadium Club with the flags up top of the stadium. Love it. Other autos, you're going to have cosigners, CF Pros, Going Yard, and they have the same parallel set, green, gold, rainbow. And we'll talk about how short printed these are, because they're fairly short printed. Again, these are die cuts. Then you have the Lone Star signatures. This is something they've had for years. 19 in that set, and preview signatures, same parallel there. And you see the Rhino there on card. What I'm noticing is these are on card. It will go back real quick. These, the normal Stadium Club Chrome and the normal Stadium Club look like they might be stickers, which is a little disappointing because the Bobby Witt definitely is not. So we'll see as we open more. Back of the box. Well, of course, this is all on Topps.com. It was about a page and a half, so not a ton of stuff in this. I like it more like that. It's more condensed. And there's not so much frivolous stuff to chase after that are just, you're never going to hit. So the numbers, what we do is we get those production numbers that they just gave us. We know how many cards are in the set, multiply that times how many of each card, like for parallels, greens to 99 or whatever it was. And then you can figure out the production. So we did that for compact, or for hobby, compact, and blasters. We also did it for fat packs, and I just didn't put it here. And I'll show you why, because the autos are just non-existent there. You can only get base autos. So hobby, 51,000 boxes. Compact, 59,000 boxes. Blasters, 300 and almost 60,000 blaster boxes. And there's the cases as well. Compared to last year, quite a big uptick here. You're talking 30%ish, and we'll look at the exact numbers here soon. But the big thing is those blasters. Huge jump in blasters. Blasters were really juicy last year. You were getting a hit basically in every one, whether it's an auto, a numbered card, SE in 3D like I did. And we'll see more how that adds up in the odds, because it's evident here that they just hit the production up. So of course, across previous releases, now this is just looking at hobby, you can see the trend. Starting in 18 was flat. 2020, they jumped. You're having that COVID effect. 2020 was the first COVID effect. And this is always a later in the year type set. 2021, it actually necked back a little bit, which is interesting. They might have produced a lot more blasters. I do believe that's when they had the fat packs. But in 2022, they tried to capture the Julio market and 74% increase. Now you see 23 and 24 are a lot less than that. Well, do remember that's when they came out with compact. So they came out with half hobby boxes. And overall production was still up. They just shifted where you can't see it as much. And then this year they just increased the production, as well increasing the price, which is kind of not cool. But so let's look at the how much did they actually make? Here's a Mark McGuire to 25. This is the total base cards. So you're looking at almost 30 million total base cards between everything, and 1.7 million inserts. So if you look at the base cards and then you divide them by 300, now this also takes out all the parallels, it takes out all the autos and short prints, things like that. Inserts are all out of that. That is a true base card number. That means each base card is going to be numbered to about 100,000. Not the greatest number in the world. Inserts, we'll find out, are pretty plentiful as well. So what are the unnumbered cards? Here you go. This is the unnumbered base. So your red foil, black, which are normal. Those pink foil are new. They're at 1,600 on those. Sepia, which are only out of the blasters, are about 1,200, which is not bad. Gold foil, which is out of hobby. And then they're black and white, members only, and photographers proof. So you can see they're 25 and 13. Interesting there. Gives you a little rainbow to chase outside of the true numbered cards, which is a short rainbow, like I said, about 14 cards. Autos, you can see the base autos, very plentiful. Everything else is very tough to hit. If you get any of the other variations, congratulations, you got a short print. Inserts, you can see the 4 at the top. They're your plentiful ones, almost 16,000 or more of each of those. Triumvirants is about a quarter of that, because since you're only getting one in every other box or so. Going Yard and Beam Team, I don't know what they were last year, but that's pretty short print. And Beam Team is always just something that's well desired. You're talking about a several $100 card, especially if you get like an Ellie or Judge or Otani. Other releases, so we're getting down to the nitty gritty. I know we have Topps Chrome update coming out next week, and then we're going to be kind of close to the end. We'll have Bowman's Best to come out and Bowman Draft, and that'll probably be about the end of the cycle. But you can see Stadium Club's right in the middle, kind of near Cosmic Chrome on the hobby, but Cosmic Chrome only had the one SKU, whereas this has 4 with the blasters and all that. So to me, it feels more like in between Cosmic and Finest and Update. It's going to land somewhere in there in the production. So what is the hit odds? Well, hit odds is what you want out of a box. This is some term that I've kind of coined. So it's numbered cards and autos and short prints. It's what you're happy about when you hit one. Okay. So here we go. Hit odds for a hobby box, you're getting about 5.5 hits. So you're getting your 2 autos and 3.5 numbered cards. About a 30% chance out of every pack. Compact, you notice it's basically the same. You're getting 2 numbered cards, and then also the pack odds are a little bit greater. So here the interesting thing is, I think Compact really caught on last year. People realized that and they bought it up, because at $80, it's half of a hobby box cost, and you're getting the same value out of that. So there's a lot less invested, so people would buy 1. Well, why don't I just buy 2, and then I'm guaranteed the 4 numbered cards or 4 parallels, or additional autos. Who knows if you can hit those. So we'll see this year if there is juicy. Blasters, box odds is every other one you're going to hit something. Pack odds 6%, so just don't buy a pack. No one ever does at blasters, but about a 50-50 shot of getting a hit. But remember, you're going to get those sepia cards in there. Fat packs, of course, the pack odds and the box odds are the same. About 11% chance to hit anything there. Comparing to last year, pretty much on par for everything. The only big thing here is, like I said, you can see because of the increase in production, the hit odds for a blaster box almost halved. They're a little better for compact, a little better for hobby, but they're a ton worse for blasters. And like I said, last year they didn't make fat packs. So now the auto odds. So 2 autos, you expect that. About 40% of the time, one of those autos is going to be a non-base, whether it's a numbered card or whether it's a short print insert auto, something like that. Over here, compact is what you expect. 50%, or excuse me, you're going to get your 1 auto, 15% chance. So this is a little less over here. You're going to get your autos, but your non-base auto odds are a little worse. I would expect it to be around 20%, because, it's half of a hobby box, but it is less, which is interesting. We'll see as we open it. Blaster odds, 10% chance to pull an auto, very low. And non-base autos, 2%. So you don't go to blasters for autos, okay? That's not what you're trying to pull. You're just trying to pull you the set. You're trying to pull the sepias and maybe a numbered card. Autos out of a fat pack, non-base autos don't exist. There are no odds for those. You have a 2% chance of getting an auto. Again, these are something probably more geared towards kids. Remember the beautiful photography, we all love it. But the fat packs, you're going to go after the pinks to make your rainbow, or you're just collecting the set that way because it's going to be a cheap way to collect a set. Let's look at cost per hit and auto, starting with the hobby and also the compact. You can see numbers are fairly close. The current selling price of hobby is right around $160 to $175, and compact is right around $80. So you can see kind of the same across the board. The hit are better out of compact. The autos are a little better out of hobby, saying they're around 160, but not much. The difference isn't much. To me, you go after compact if you don't want to spend on a hobby. Plain and simple, you're doing basically the same damage, but we're noticing that in the odds, you're not getting as much opportunity for the higher end hits. Blaster, well, and then also, just so you know, a lot of the one-of-ones are only hobby or hobby and compact only, not blaster and fat packs. Again, the tail here is what you expect. These are running around $7 to $10 for a fat pack and $25 for a blaster. Auto, $250. Why would you go after an auto this way? Even your cost per hit isn't the greatest. But again, if you're building the set, if you're building, are you just trying to get the sepia parallel or the pink parallel, this is the way to go because you're going to get them out of this. Just remember, when you start opening these, don't get mad if you don't get big stuff. Retail's not the way to go here, if that's what you're looking for. All right, what does all this mean? I've said a lot of things. Beautiful photos, simple master set. That makes Stadium Club fun to me. Production did increase across the board, but the odds were relatively flat, which is good, but that also means they added more parallels. So again, kind of watered down. They didn't increase the base set, which was good. Both hobby and compact are a little slightly juicier, while blasters, as I mentioned, are not. And the new product of fat packs with the pink parallels in them makes everything a little desirable. Good job for Fanatics and Tops, keeping everything relevant. Always like this set. Just wish the cost was a little less. I was hoping this would be more around the 125 range, but they are taking advantage of inflation. Realize all this is just based on the pack odds and the information I can find on the internet on the numbering. I do want to shout out to Cardsmiths and some of those other places, Beckett, and there's one other, Chasing Majors, I think is the other one. I use a lot of information from those guys as well. I think this has a decent potential, low floor. You could get kind of skunked in a box because it's a 300 card set. I'm not getting a ton of cards out of it. So I'm going to give it a 7, and that's more nostalgia than anything. I just love Stadium Club. But let me know what you think in the comments. Hit that like button if you haven't. Subscribe. Like I said, we're going to be doing Topps Chrome update here soon, in the next week or so. Hit that bell, subscribe so you know when that is going to occur. And appreciate your viewing. We do have a Facebook group. We do group breaks. All that information is in the description if you want to check out more. And as always, be kind, be nice to those around you, and peace out.